At the end of this video, you should be able to create this beautiful top for yourself, even if you're a beginner. So the first thing you're going to do is to fold your ankara into 2 like this, and then fold again into 4. Okay, this ankara is less than 2 yards. It is 1 yard 30 inches. So if you have 2 yards, you should be able to make it. So I'm going to mark my bust point, which is 10 inches, my half length, which is 16 inches, the hip line, which is 24 inches, and then the full length of the top, which is 27 inches. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side so that I'll be able to connect my points into a straight line. So if you have ankara that is 2 yards, like I said, you can make this top. So this top is cut alongside with the sleeve. Okay, and we're cutting both the front panel and the back panel together at the same time. Okay, it's not going to be having a shoulder seam. Okay, so I'm going to divide my back measurement by 2, which is the shoulder measurement divided by 2. Mine is 14, so half of it is 7 inches. So I'm going to be using the remaining part for the sleeve. I'm even going to be adding more to that part to have a long sleeve. Okay, so what you're going to do now is to add extra to that part once we are done cutting. Okay, I'm going to take the neck measurement, which is 3 inches. Okay, for the neck width, and then for the back neckline I'm going to do 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches, but if you're on a plus size, you can increase the neck width to 3.5 inches. Okay, or if you don't want it to, small, increase it. So for the front neckline, I did 3 inches by 6 inches for the V neckline at the front. Okay, 6 inches. Okay, so I just connected it like this. Okay, like I said, I folded into 2, then I folded into 4. Okay, so the next we're going to do now is to come to that part and input your bust measurement there. Bust measurement divided by 4, cut off your bust, and then I added my seam allowance of 2.5 inches. So you can add 3 inches or even 4 inches, depending on how free you want this top to be. I use 2.5 inches. So come to your half length, your waistline, and input your cut off your waist measurement plus the same allowance, 2.5. So come to your hip line, input your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2.5 inches. I use 2.5 inches. You can use 3 inches. Now connect from that bust line to the waistline and to the hip line, and just take it down to the length of the top. Hope you understand what I just did. Like I said, you can increase your allowance, okay, depending on what you want. So now from that part, you're going to connect into the bodies. Okay, we're connecting the sleeve into the body, so you can mark 1 inch to guide you and then connect it like this, or you can use your French curve to do the connection, depending on what is easy for you. So from the waistline, I'm going to come down by 5 inches like this. Okay, so once you come down by 5 inches, we're going to go ahead now and create this basque waist effect at the front. Okay, so from that part, you're going to connect to the full length of the top. Hope you saw what I did. You can come down by either 6 or 7 or 5. I used 5, so you can use more if you want yours to come down more. So if you want yours to come down more, it means that you're going to increase your full length of your top. If not, the basque waist effect will not show very well. Okay, so we're going to cut the back neckline. Can you see? So after cutting the back neckline, you're going to open it up like this. Okay, so this is what you're going to be having. Now we're going to go ahead now and cut the front neckline, because there's no seam allowance at the shoulder, no joining allowance at the shoulder at all. So this is what you're going to do. Now I'm going to be marking the wrong side of this fabric because they look so similar. So at this point, this is what you will have. Now for the sleeve, I'm going to remove this selvage part and then add to the length, because I want mine to be a long sleeve. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to just add extra to it. So I added extra 11 inches more. Okay, so the entire sleeve that I have there is like 24 inches. Okay, 26 inches, I beg your pardon, including all the allowances. Okay, 26 inches. So depending on my normal sleeve length, long sleeve is 24, so I added extra 2 inches because I really want it long. Okay, so from that extra, we're going to just connect it like this all the way down to that part to also create a basque effect at that part. So if you want your sleeve to just be like that, you can use an elastic to gather that part, but I want to have this effect at this part also. Okay, so from that point it's like 11 inches. Just mark 11 inches and then create your basque effect. So now I'm going to be cutting a facing for the front and the back. Remember, we don't have any allowance at the shoulder, so the wideness of this fabric is 5.5 inches on fold, and then the length is like 19 inches. So I folded it into two. So if I open it up, it's going to be like 11 inches by 19 inches. So I'm just going to place it on top and just mark out the neck shape out, and then we're just going to go ahead and follow the neck shape and cut it out. Hope you can see. So after cutting, I lifted the cloth up and then just trim it to reduce the facing. Okay, so if you like, you can use a bias for your neckline. It's up to you, but I feel facing makes this cloth to look very neat and professional. If you don't have facing, if you don't have enough fabric, you can use the bias. Okay, so that is it. Now we're going to open this fabric up like this and then place the facing on the main top, right side facing right side. Okay, and then we're going to pin it down and then just go ahead and stitch it down with half an inch. Okay, all the way around like this. And then this part, the sleeve, remember we have to join it together because it's not long enough. So now we're going to place it right side facing right side like this, and then just join it together using 1/4 of an inch like this. The same thing we will do to the other part of the sleeve. Okay, so we're just going to place it right side facing right side and we'll join it. So at this point I was done joining it. So this is the belt I'm going to be using. It is 4.5 inches by 37 inches. Okay, long. Okay, so we're going to fold it into two like this and then just stitch it all the way and leave that part open. So that is where we're going to be turning it inside out from. So I have two belts. Okay, so at this point I've turned the shoulder, I've turned the neckline, and I've also folded the sleeve. I folded 1/4 of an inch and I folded another 1/4 of an inch for one side. Then I did the same thing for the other side and I ironed it out so that the shape comes out very well. I did the same thing to the lower part also, 1/4 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch, so that we can have that effect at the lower part. So you're going to aim it separately. Okay, so at this point I was done. We assume that we have turned the belt. Now you're going to flip the cloth to the wrong side. Okay, and then shape the cloth. I use 1 inch to shape my clothes, okay, at the side. So I'm going to mark the half length of the cloth. Okay, and that is where we're going to insert the belt like this. So half of the belt is going to be going up while half comes down. I don't know if you understand. Just impute it in between the half lengths. Okay, now this is the final look of the top. So you can style this top in different ways, 4 different ways. You can wear it like that. You can tie the belt at the back. You can tie the belt to the front. Do you understand? You can tie it at the side. Whichever way is fine. Hope you find this video helpful. If you have, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I like this video. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't stop learning, keep learning. Bye.